There's one question in the real estate industry that's hyper pertinent, something that I'm hearing all the time, and honestly, it's coming back to me more and more. Gagan, why are so many agents coming to Real? And it makes sense. In fact, that's the purpose of this video. I'm going to cover the top main reasons why we're seeing such exponential growth here at Real. And by the end of this, you're going to have one verdict. Should you come here or not? So let's talk about the big numbers first. In 2023, 2024, and 2025, Real Broker, EXP, LPT, these cloud-based models are garnering the most amount of residents. They're getting the most amount of agents to actually come here. And we know that EXP and Real Broker, they're in all 50 states and all 4 provinces. We know that they're all over, and on top of all these things, we got to consider, hey, why are so many agents looking at these models and saying, that's where I want to go? And it's not just new agents either. I'm having conversations with broker owners, people that have owned their shops for 30 plus years, saying, Gagan, it's time for me to come to Real. And we're going to talk about the finances and the economics of it, but all of it just combines. And honestly, the first reason why people are coming here is the economics. You see, our 85-15 split to a $12,000 cap is some of the highest numbers in the entire marketplace. Now, sure, there are some virtual brokerages completely flat fee and just 100%. But what you're getting there is nothing. See, the opportunity for education here exists as well. And we're gonna get to all of those things. But number one is the economics of it. 85-15 to a $12,000 cap. You give $6,000 in post-cap fees and you get that $12,000 back in stock. If you're a team, that split and that number can go down all the way to a $6,000 cap. There's so many options here to make more money than any other brokerage that it just makes sense. Let's see, after you cap, it's just a $285 transaction fee. And once you hit Elite Agent, it's $129. Whoa. I'll compare that to older models like Keller Williams, Coldwell Bankers, Remax, and the whole shebang, where on top of the fact that you're not getting that money back, you're at a 60-40 split, even a 70-30 split, or even a 50-50 split, and agents are just off the bat, off the rip, making more money. In fact, I was talking to one of my buddies, Connor, who was at a 60-40, 65-35 split at Keller Williams. We did the math, and just simply by being here alone, you would have made an additional 20% extra top line revenue just by being here. And let me tell you what actually fires me up. It's new agents, right? A lot of people ask, hey, are these virtual brokerages even the right fit for new agents? And let me tell you this, they are. Because there's a $750 yearly fee at Real Broker. However, that comes out in chunks of $250 off your first 3 transactions, meaning there's no monthly fee. And the yearly fee only happens and only exists when you pay. Whoa. Real doesn't make money until you make money. That doesn't exist anywhere. Let me tell you about the elite agents as well, because the one thing that all top producing agents want, it's not a shiny object. It's not some trophy. It's not validation, which those are pretty nice, but it's money. It's equity. It's sweat equity. And that's the one thing that you're getting here at eXp Realty, Real Broker, LPT, and some other options. Once you hit your $12,000 and you pay your $6,000 in post cap, you get that money back in stock. And then you get $8,000 for teaching here at Real. Yeah, so on top of the fact that you're making that money, you're also making $8,000, meaning there's an earning potential chance of 24 grand. I've run the numbers for so many different agents all across the country, and it just makes sense because their top line revenue, whenever they join Real Broker, tends to be from $15,000, $30,000, even $45,000 more. I had an agent friend of mine that was with an older company. We're not going to name any names, but let's just say they were Century Not So Fun. I hope you get the reference. He came to Real and he saved $54,000 just by being here. The second thing, and this is one of the most permanent things with our team here, we got a member named Karen. And one of the big things about Karen is she loves her stock. She loves the fact that Real gives her stock. And that's one of the big reasons that she'll never leave. And stick around because we're going to talk about the other reasons why she's going to stay. But the stock and the fact of the matter being that she's been here 2 years and garnered over $100,000 in stock tells you everything you need to know. This is one of the only companies that gives you ownership. That's a really good thing. You see, agents want, number one, emotional equity, and number two, financial equity. I work harder knowing that I have a chunk in the company. I work harder knowing that I have honestly, just a leg in the company, and my voice, my activities, my money, it matters. And on top of all these things, agents will get the opportunity to purchase stock, both before capping and after capping it, well, at a beautifully amazing discounted price that you're not going to get anywhere else. Now, yeah, it's got a 3-year vesting period. You want to make sure that you have all these numbers and schematics and semantics taken into account. But when you look at our number, look it up, REAX, you see one thing: an exponential growth like none other. I have a lot of my friends that tell me the same thing. Gagan, I finally feel like I have a voice. I finally feel like what I say matters. I had a friend of mine in a different company a little while ago, and he's talked about all the issues that he was facing. Couldn't get anything done. He came to Real, and now he's actually speaking directly with the CEO. Yeah, that's what happens here. And that stock, obviously there's a financial lever that you have to be in addition to the compounding of all these things. But honestly, to say that you're building something with the people that you care about is not something that you get at any other company. On top of all these things, one of the biggest reasons why people are coming here is revenue. You see, there's only 3 companies that are actually major that have revenue share in addition. Let me give you a quick story. I was in Denver till June of 2024. My mom got hit by a car. She had her pelvis surgery. I had the option of either staying in Denver or coming to Rochester. My mom. I chose Rochester, of course. Revenue share paid for things. Revenue share helped me pay for things that I would have not been able to afford. Payments, and I'm not going to get into the details. That saved us. That's a real life story. And that's the power of revenue share. So to all the people that are talking about, oh, revenue share, how does it actually have practical use? It does. Because there's 99 problems until your health becomes an issue, and then you only have 1 problem. And if you can't show a house that day, how are you going to make money? I want to tell you about exactly how the revenue share actually works. There's 5 tiers. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4, Tier 5. Tier 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, a percentage of how much you're going to make off those transactions. 4,000 is the maximum, 3,200, 2,400, 1,600, and $800 respectively. You have to bring a certain number of agents to open up all of your tiers. And on the screen as we're talking, you should see the numbers. You should be able to, calculate everything here as we're talking about it. But revenue share is powerful, and you're using that to attract agents. And on top of those things, the agents that you bring will never ever leave because they're making an additional $30,000 to $40,000 to $50,000 a year because they've attracted agents. And then when the production goes up, because we'll talk about all these things, when their production goes up and those agents say, hey, how are you doing this many deals? And they start talking about Real Academy and the trainings, and they start bringing agents. Well, it's a circular thing and an operation that will always grow. I'll tell you this, man, there's agents that are earning $50,000 to $100,000 and agents that are earning $500,000 to $1 million and more at Real. I can actually speak with the agents that have over 1,000 people in their organization and say, hey, how are you actually doing this? And they'll tell me. Here's the other kicker that I absolutely love. It's trainings without restrictions. Real Academy is made for entirety of Real. There's not one person that can use it and one person that can't. Silos don't exist. And that's powerful because you have a lot of agents that are with eXp Realty and they love the company, but hey, God, I really wish I could be a part of here. I wish I could learn about that. And with eXp co-sponsorship as well, there's an opportunity for that. But Real from a cultural standpoint has made it so that that doesn't exist. And that's powerful. Combining with this, you have leadership that actually listens. I can talk to Sharon Shrivastava and ask him questions. Here's a screenshot of our conversation from yesterday. Yeah, that's a billionaire. I'm talking to him. How often do you get to do that with the president of your company? Probably not that often, right? So combining that with the fact that leadership listens and you actually have a say, and the fact that you're learning all over is amazing. There's no massive recruitment tactic here. We're on social media. We're putting ourselves out there. We're not secret agents. Can you hear the passion in my voice about this company? We're not afraid to talk about Real because we love the company. There is no recruitment. It's only attraction. I want you to join, and I want you to listen to all the trainings and all the learnings and be a part of the culture. And that way you'll get to figure out for yourself if Real is the right fit for you or not. Because in 2025, agents deserve more. There's less transactional opportunities, less money in the entire system, which means you have to figure out how to make and save the most amount of money all throughout. Your bottom line needs to go up, your top line revenue needs to go up as well. But how does that happen? What do you actually need to do? And what are some opportunities that exist to make outside of just the commission that you make? At your brokerage, how many of these opportunities exist? I'm gonna show you 9 other ways to make money at Real. You can see it on my screen right here. Which of these opportunities exist at your brokerage? How are you actually making this additional money? Because that's some food for thought. There's always something going on. And listen, this isn't my way of saying we're better than you. No. I want to tell you is this is why we are the way that we are. Listen, kindness wins. Working hard opens doors. Being kind keeps them open. We love Real. I love this company so damn much. And I'm telling you, listen, you should be paying attention. Even if you're not ready to join right now, you should be looking at Real. Because the stock price will go up. We will get more agents and we will grow. Real is one of those companies that you just cannot turn a blind eye to. There's so many people coming here left and right. And the question remains, why? Why are we seeing such a growth spurt happen here or anywhere else? Why is it Real? All those things that I talked to you about, but also there's a component of this, your heart, ethics, morality, kindness, be human beings. That's powerful. A portion of the revenue that Real makes goes to humanitarian needs. That's amazing. And I'm telling you, from a cultural standpoint, we are like none other. I cannot teach you and tell you about culture. That's something that you got to feel for yourself. The question is, are you ready to feel it or not? Watch this video on why you shouldn't join Real. Talk to you soon. Bye.